Want to put your laptop away?
Me. La 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 la. Red letter.
To occasionally add stuff like this in at the end, where you add in the.
But now we've acknowledged it.
Stupid garbage that we do at the end. And welcome back to the Movie Morons, episode 2. Woo!
That's 4.
For fuck's sake.
Just to edit.
Quiet on set.
So this week, the first thing we're going to talk about is something that actually came up last time. That we literally said we'll talk about that later. So now it's later. Thor Ragnarok. Recent movie, 2018.
2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I dumb?
It was like November or something like that.
Wow, I'm straight stupid.
Big dumb.
Alright. Who wants to go first? Because I feel like I want to reserve.
I will.
Yeah, alright.
Because
Ryan, you go ahead.
Cole, you loves it, right?
Yep.
You hate
I
it.
hate it.
I'm on the fence with it.
Alright.
Because
so, yeah, you should start this.
when I think I watched it last because you guys were talking about it for a lot.
In theaters. Did you watch it in theaters?
Sadly.
Okay.
So I was going into it. I was going into it
$12.
with your opinion on it and his opinion on it.
Fair
So
enough.
I wasn't expecting it to be super bad or super good, and it was fine.
That's it.
How is it fine?
It's entertaining.
It's just
Like a good villain. I like the villain. Thor's funny.
stain.
Why?
Okay, no, I want to reserve my opinion until the end. Cole, tell
I don't
us
want to
what
go
you-
until you go.
Why?
Just fucking debate about it. Just
Alright, because it's just gonna be us two, right? So we're
Yes.
like taking snap
Please.
photos.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Snap
Please.
photos. Okay, I thought it was horrendously bad. It was funny as shit, but the comedy was stupid, like 12-year-old comedy. The actual plot was kind of generic and bad. The real thing it did for me was it was kind of like the conclusion of an annoying trend I had been noticing within Marvel, which is that the movies have been getting progressively kind of more weird and funny and more kind of whimsical and less
dark.
or even just less grounded in reality, because like even in Iron Man 1, yes, of course it's not reality. There's no disease where metal's trying to impale you. There's no Iron Man suits. There's nothing like that. But at least the characters almost like acted believably. In Thor Ragnarok, it just felt like they were. Excuse me. It just felt like they were caricatures, and therefore, the best way I can describe it is, instead of being an action film, or a superhero movie, whatever you want to call it, with comedy, it was a comedy film with some action and plot, so that it wasn't just a series of jokes. If that makes sense. I just didn't like it. Go ahead, Cole.
It's because of his haircut.
Yeah, it's because of.
I mean, it was
Thor's haircut.
it was quite a hot haircut.
It was actually. It made him look spiky.
I liked the movie a lot. I think the biggest reason was up until that point, I saw Thor as probably the worst Marvel character. At that point, I just thought, I mean, like, he was alright, but I just didn't really enjoy him. He was just kind of, he didn't have enough character. Like, I just didn't enjoy him that much. And then in this one, like, you say it's a comedy, which I understand, I get that, it's a comedy subjective, so saying that it's a bad movie just because of comedy, I don't think that's like, I mean, comedy's comedy. People don't like Ragnarok because they don't find jokes funny.
Yeah.
That's all their power to you, whatever,
Yeah,
go ahead.
fair enough.
But I just find that, yes, it's a comedy, but a lot of shit happens too. Like, Odin dies, like, fucking Asgard, spoiler alert,
Whatever.
who cares?
It's Marvel.
Odin
Everyone
dies,
knows
like,
the plot lines.
fucking, like, Asgard blows up, and, like, a lot of shit happens, and then the consequences don't just, like, fuck off. It's like, oh, in the next one, fuck, the ship, the ship's gone, Thor's been fucked, Loki dies, whatever, stuff like that. And I just really enjoyed how, yeah, I understand why some people are angry that it just become this comedy, and there's, like, I can get that, and even I was a little cheddar the first time I saw it, but upon second watching, I was just like, this is just fun. It's just I just like this. This is fun.
I hate having fun when I watch a movie.
Me too.
No, like I realized we were trying to get at, but to me, it was actually exactly the fact that there were consequences that upset me, because if you are watching the Marvel movies as this continuous story, and then out of nowhere, it would be like if one of the Harry Potter books took if the sixth Harry Potter book somehow took a 180 turn on its themes, and all of a sudden, like, Harry was casting, like, dick enlargement spells, and, like, Voldemort was a meme lord, and, I don't know, Ron, like, got his wand replaced with, like, a dildo or something. And then the seventh one, it switches right back to being traditional. But those consequences of what happened in the sixth movie, or in the sixth book, were still true. That's what upsets me. Is it's like, in this movie where it seems like nothing matters, no, it actually does matter, because it's still in the same plot line as all these other movies where people take things seriously. So,
I didn't even think about that.
yeah. Also, this was something that really upset me. Someone on YouTube brought up the fact that within Thor Ragnarok there are a series of inconsistencies that he thought were a good thing, and I think they're a terrible thing. And what he brought up was specifically the scene where Thor interacts with Doctor Strange. He said in the original Doctor Strange movie, their magic is more described as science. And this has been following the theme of all of the Marvel movies, where continuously this is basically repeated over and over again in multiple different ways in multiple different movies. Magic isn't real, it's all science. And even in this movie, where they're literally called sorcerers, they are told, well, it's basically science. And they have to use the sling ring, and they have to use specific hand movements. And this dude on YouTube pointed out, but in Thor Ragnarok, it just happens. He just makes magic happen. Like, I think Thor just gets teleported. Without Doctor Strange having to bat an eye. And then there's another thing where I think he said they mention repeatedly they call themselves gods, which they've never done before. And I think he even points out that they do a few things that are more impressive than what they've done before. And he says, this is great! These inconsistencies are a good thing, because it's, taking creative freedom. And I'm like, no, these inconsistencies are bad things. They take away from the already written way the story rolls, and you're taking this continuous story and just adding in your own garbage out of nowhere. So this thing that he was trying to promote, who I don't remember who the YouTuber was, but he was trying to promote as a good thing, I'm like, this is another reason why I don't like this movie.
I final thoughts. I just enjoyed it, and also I'll take back what I said about Thor being the worst. It's I'd say Black Widow or Hawkeye. I say Black Widow.
They're not really relevant.
But the thing with Black Widow is she's gotten her shine in the Captain America movies, which is good. But not Black Widow, Hawkeye. Like, he gets a family in Avengers, which was kind of cool, but whatever. Doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing that why I liked the movie, is because that's how I always wanted Thor to be. I didn't want him to be.
It is truer to the comics, that's for sure. Thor's kind of a nut in the comic books.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really. Actually, I like Thor 1. It has its own charm. But I didn't really like Thor 2 that much, and then Thor 3, it just that's how I always wanted it to be. So
I like the darker Thor, I think, and I think Marvel movies are really known for their jokingness and being all witty and stuff. And I think
now they are. They literally weren't originally. Iron Man 1, 2...
It was always present. It's even more present now.
It was always present.
Yeah, okay,
but
fair enough.
I always liked Thor as the darker character. A little more challenged than the others. Like, Iron Man's very dark and stuff with his own shit and stuff.
Did you, if I can, did you like him in Infinity War at least?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh.
No, well, just to as an addendum, part of what made me upset, and I'm less upset at Thor Ragnarok because of Infinity War, was because I thought, oh sweet Jesus, they made so much money. Is this going to now basically infect the rest of the Marvel movies? And is this the end of me enjoying Marvel movies? Because if they think to themselves, whoa, we made fucking $1 bajillion off Thor Ragnarok, I guess people want this stupid stuff. That would have upset me. And I'm really glad they then basically went back to their old theme in Infinity War. I also specifically liked Thor in Infinity War, and I think it's kind of neat that in Infinity War they basically went, I mean, he's always been the strongest character of all the good guys, but let's really capitalize on that and make him the massively strongest character of all the good guys. That feels cool to have the good guys be like, oh, is it Iron Man? Is it Thor? Is it maybe one of the like is it Doctor Strange? Yeah. Nope, it's Thor. Definitely Thor.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of cool. My final thoughts on the movies: didn't like it. I've explained it well enough. Oh well, sucks to be Thor Ragnarok. Moving on. Second thing I wanted to talk about. What's your favorite Star Wars movie of any of the first 3 or the prequels? Or the 2 spin-offs, or the now 2 sequels that are actually out.
The third trilogy.
The third trilogy, sure. Let's start with Cold this time.
I mean, I think it's probably a pretty obvious answer. What a lot of people would say, I really enjoy Empire. I've heard people say, and I actually get this, is that in Empire, you're kind of thrown into it. And it's just kind of like...
What do you mean?
It's kind of like Han and they're all joking around, and you feel like a lot of time has passed, when in the next one, 5 to 6, no time passes, really. So I found at the start, even I agree, at the start, it's kind of, you're just like...
Jarring,
because in 4, they weren't setting up for a 5th. So then in 5, they have to make up this
yes,
idea,
that's
or
true.
sorry, in 5, they have to make up this, like, thing that's kept going on. It felt a little forced to start, I get that, but then from then on, it's just so fucking good.
But what makes it good?
Directing, acting, cinematography, score, everything. Like, that's why it's just so good, is that it, and like, it's just dark too. Like, I can't even imagine people seeing the first Star Wars in theaters and being like, oh, this is so cool, and then in the 5th one where it's like just so dark, they would have been like, what the fuck is this? Am I even watching Star Wars? Because it's just like so dark and just great.
Yeah, and I like in a trilogy where the second one, the heroes start to lose. Because, like, and I know it does, most trilogies do that, and it follows the pattern of heroes losing the second one so they can win the third one. But that's a traditional pattern because it works, because it's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Everyone likes a good actual moment of tenseness or the heroes actually losing
Instead
something.
of it's just Superman flying around.
Empire also has, like, the huge reveal in it.
Oh, the Emperor?
No, Darth Vader.
Right.
So that's a good thing to have it in, because it's a very... I can't even imagine seeing that for the first time without having it all spoiled for you before. I'm sure that'd be fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah, you'd be like, sorry, what?
What are you looking
at?
Well,
what's your opinion of... Or what's your favorite movie?
It's hard for me, because I really like 5. I really like 3. But I also really like The Force Awakens, because I think The Force Awakens is the 4th done better. But the thing I don't like about the 4th is Force Awakens is it's just the 4th.
Yeah.
It's just the 4th done better, and then it feels forced.
Because the effects in Force Awakens are better than anything ever because of all the advancements we've had since the original Star Wars.
Yep.
I like the new characters, but like Poe's just Han. Ray.
That and they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Han. Ray is just Luke.
Only also kind of stupid.
Orphan on a
also becomes
sand
a god.
Sand
Planet in 2 minutes.
Yeah, fuck that. That kind of...
I did check.
Kylo Ren's pretty cool.
I like him.
Kylo Ren's pretty cool.
Like,
he's unfortunate, and I don't mean to be a dick to the actor. He's hideous.
Adam Driver.
I'm sorry. He's
got a weird face.
He is a disgusting creature.
But at the beginning when they shoot the blaster and he stops it
that was
in the theater, I was like...
yeah, exactly. That was fucking sick.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
But Snoke didn't really do anything for me.
Useless.
I think Snoke was... You can even go into The Last Jedi and how...
He's just such a pointless...
He's supposed to be like this whole all-powerful, like...
And he closes his eyes and just, you're dead. It's like, you're an idiot. Sorry, anyway.
No, but for 3, I'm just going to talk about, like... Because I don't really know what my favorite would be.
Okay.
But
I hate people who are undecided.
For 3... the prequels are fine. The first 2 are definitely pretty bad because
oh my god,
there's
just to put it on record, 2 is the most.
The only good thing about it is the memes.
it's
yeah.
About it is the memes.
It's the most
yeah.
horrendous movie I've ever seen. We recently rewatched all of them. That's part of why I brought this up. I think it was like a month ago. Second movie is so abysmally bad, and I never noticed how bad it was before.
But 3, I like it as my favorite lightsaber battle in the entire franchise of Star Wars is Obi-Wan versus Anakin at the end.
It's pretty sick.
I think the score for it's great, the acting's great. A couple lines by Anakin's part aren't well delivered, but Obi-Wan is amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing in all 3
I
of the
know,
movies.
I
though.
love Obi-Wan.
He's so good.
Obi-Wan is my dad.
Yeah.
But I find 3 entertaining.
It's good. I honestly
good.
like 3 a lot.
I don't know why people. It's not. It's totally in a different boat than
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
I think it just there's definitely you can tell some bad acting like here and there, some bad lines here and there that bleed in. That bleed in. That if it wasn't there, I think it would be my favorite. But there's some shit where you're like,
Not to mention the fresh memes. From
Oh, the memes for the prequels are god tier.
yeah, they really are.
Because when I bought them, I was like, do I really want the prequels? And I'm like, yeah, I do really want the prequels.
Yeah.
Alright, for me, it's an easy one. 3, actually. I think 3 is my favorite one. It has great lightsaber combats, like really cool. Excuse me. It is a little bit too fast-paced, which I'll get back to probably near the end of what I'm saying, because I want to mostly praise it, because it is my favorite one. It has the super cool reveal of Darth Sidious, the really cool, oh shit, you know, the good guys don't just lose, they lose hard, and they kind of lose forever, by all the Jedi, by Galactic Senate, by everything.
I am the Senate.
I am the Senate. It has god tier memes. It has fucking Sidious actually whipping out his lightsaber and doing cool shit with it.
His penis?
I'll watch that.
Which I know a lot of people actually chattered that Yoda and Sidious use their lightsabers. I'm like, no. This is exactly when they should, because they don't in the originals. Therefore, in the prequels, it's time to show them using them.
Because in the originals, they're fucking ancient. So.
Exactly, and in the prequels, it lets them have this cool thing that doesn't actually influence.
Also,
put your hand in there.
Also,
Put your hand in there.
Also, I prefer CGI Yoda over Puppet Yoda.
Yep. 100%.
I think it looks a lot better. I think Puppet Yoda looks fucking stupid.
Yeah, Puppet Yoda looks hideous.
Honestly. Honestly, nostalgia-wise, Puppet, but
There's
CGI one's
There's
better.
no nostalgia for me because I watched them one to 6.
Really?
When I first watched them, I didn't.
I
watch
watched
it
5
4 or 5
probably 50 times as a kid, so there's a lot of bias there.
Holy fuck!
I watched.
Did you have a life?
I probably watched the Hoth battle scene 100 times. No joke. I had a lot of time as a kid.
Apparently so. Pick up a book, kid.
Yes.
All right, so back to 3. Grievous was really cool.
Whoa, no.
What?
He sucks.
Yeah,
Grievous
he's
was
not
so
great.
cool.
He
He
sucks.
was so cool.
He goes, yeah, and then he runs away.
Yeah, I know, but that was he's cool.
Darth Maul's the best. Dooku can suck a dick.
Oh,
Dooku
fuck
was
Dooku.
so bad.
Grievous is a
Huge
tier,
fans.
a small inch above Dooku.
Whatever.
And he dies so lamely.
I don't care.
Let's run right at him.
He was cool.
There's a gun there.
He has 4 arms.
He's,
and he goes.
yeah, he looks cool, and he has a pretty cool fight with Obi-Wan. But other than
Yeah.
that,
So there you go.
meh.
Obi-Wan, really great. Combat's really great. Origin story of Darth Vader. It's all great. Except for what I was going to get to at the end, which is the pacing is a little fast, and I noticed this because last time I watched it, I realized it's like the events just kind of are one right after the other, and it's hard for me to like I know that in a movie when you have too much worthless in between time it gets boring, but I feel like they had so little in between time. It's like this happens and this happens and this happens and then the movie's over. I'm like,
Whoa.
okay.
No.
Like, literally, I wish the movie had slowed down almost, because it's almost too much condensed into one thing. But it's still my favorite movie. And Supreme, put your hand down or I'll cut it right off.
Best Star Wars opening?
What?
For sure. That one has the best Star Wars
Really?
opening. I'd say it does. The
Is that the
fucking
Battle of
space
Coruscant?
battle?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sick.
What? Okay.
Sounds better than the Phantom
What
Menace.
happens in the one?
In one?
In one...
They all blend together.
I actually don't remember.
Okay, so in one, the opening is basically...
Isn't it just politics and... Oh, yeah, they fly onto the fucking ship and they go, there's the blockade.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
2, what
Who
happened?
cares?
Fuck 2.
2 is so abysmal.
Isn't 2 where he's just like, you've grown more beautiful? Isn't that it?
Oh, God.
You know,
I don't
it's
know.
Like, you're even prettier than I remembered. I'm like...
Honestly. No, it's super, like... It's like, they're so creepy and forced. Oh!
Yeah.
3 is the battle. 4 is... How does that one open?
That the fucking speedrunner and then the ship comes in.
Right, yeah, that's
It's,
good...
it's iconic,
that's
but
a
it's
good
not.
opening.
I don't think it's as good as
5, I think is literally just like the Hoth scene,
Yeah.
like the Tauntauns running or
I
something.
love Hoth.
Oh, it's great.
Is that when he gets caught by the...
6, yeah, the Wampa.
Yeah.
The Wampa?
6
I was gonna say Bantha, but that's something else.
What the fuck is the opening to 6?
Ewoks?
No, they...
Isn't it Jabba, maybe? Could be.
Maybe.
Possibly.
No.
Complete guess.
We don't know
Anyway,
anything about
Who
movies.
cares?
Who cares? 3 is the best opening. There you go. Moving on.
Wait.
Off!
One thing, it's not that I hate 3 because of it, it's more that I hate 2 even more because of it. It's because in 3 they keep alluding back to these amazing things that happen. Where Obi-Wan's like, remember when you saved me on
Oh,
the planet?
yeah!
Why didn't you shut
Jesus Christ! 2 is called Attack of the Clones. They attack one planet. Fuck! 2
What
is
about
so
the Clone Wars?
bad. That's a TV show that I've never seen, that I'm sure is very good.
Very good.
But the Attack of the Clones is so bad.
Who looks better shirtless, Anakin or Kylo?
Anakin.
Oh, me.
Well done.
Anakin.
Oh, me.
Well done.
Ow, I hit my hand.
Don't edit this out, man.
The meme of Kylo is funny.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Ben Swallow is so good. Okay, now here's the third topic. We have devised, in case you guys didn't notice, the little bucket that's
They
in
probably
here.
did.
I honestly don't know if that's even in frame.
They probably did.
You know, it's either fit that or us, so...
We'll edit it in really badly. We'll put it in the
The point is, here's this nice bucket. It's full of all these cool topics that we've, cut out because we're third graders.
We!
Who's this?
As in me and Cole.
Such a fucking memes.
And we're
Oh,
gonna...
I just noticed how awkward this is. We were talking about Poe and Ray and how their movies are kind of mediocre, and they're right there.
Oh, that's true.
Also,
Sorry.
don't know if they're
sorry.
in frame.
Sorry, Ray.
They're
They definitely
in
are. Alright,
Yeah, they are.
here, let's get Cole to pick one, and then I don't know why
I
pick
wanted
one
to.
next. All
I
right.
wanted
I'll
to.
start.
Well,
One.
counters.
Fuck.
Oh,
A thick one. What is your favorite movie with Tom Hanks?
oh.
The Avengers. The Avengers.
Alright, well, I'll start. I would say Toy Story.
Which one?
1.
Okay, that's it. Cole, what's your answer?
Show your titties.
They are chilled.
I've seen a lot of Tom Hanks movies, actually. He's in a lot of fucking movies. Like,
Yeah.
he's acted a great
Well, he's
deal.
old.
He's old and he's been acting for a long time, and he's a very out there kind of guy. But just Toy Story, it's so sweet. It's from my childhood. I grew up on it. It's a really good movie, and Tom Hanks does a really good job. I know that he doesn't do anything other than voice act, but
He's got a nice voice.
he's got a nice
Should
voice.
I see 3?
Oh, fuck
What?
I've never seen Toy Story 3.
I mean, my
Holy
favorite.
Christ,
I mean,
see Toy Story 3.
I mean, mine was going to be Toy Story.
What about
3.
Toy Story 4?
It's coming out.
Ryan, I'm shocked you have not seen Toy Story 3. You have got to. It's unbelievable.
That was going to be my favorite Tom Hanks.
Really?
Yeah.
I have AIDS.
Forrest Gump.
Alright, moving
Don't
on.
even fucking talk about Forrest Gump. That's for another
Yeah,
time.
Toy Story 3. Good villain, which I
Oh.
don't think the first one did.
Also, don't have any spoilers because Ryan hasn't seen it.
Oh yeah, good villain. Very sweet ending,
Oh.
and it's also fucking gorgeous compared to 1. 1 still has a charm, but 1
Yep.
you're like, and then 3's just fucking like. Shit.
Like
Animation-wise,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. Well, they had a lot of time to improve.
Of course. Yeah.
And yet, here's something that I like between 1 and 3. So, one of the only things I didn't like about Incredibles 2 was you could visually identify where they had improved their animation style to the point where it looked like it was a totally different
I actually
movie.
got some of that.
It is a different...
Thanks, Ryan. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay. Like,
Well,
they're the same characters, but they literally don't look
Well,
like
I found
It's Incredibles 2, so it's a different movie.
Ri-
I found Elastigirl at some points. You're like,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's gorgeous, so I don't...
Whereas in Toy Story 3, they improved their animation, but it still felt like Toy Story.
My favorite's Toy Story 2.
That's a lie.
It is a lie.
So what's your favorite Tom Hanks movie? Forrest Gump, maybe?
Fuck off! I hate Forrest Gump. We'll talk about it another
that
time.
in the next one. We won't. Please don't.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Of course,
he's good in that one.
Scene.
My name is in the title.
Name's in the title, gotta be good.
I think he's great in it. He's in it
amazing.
for a very long time, and he really drives the whole story forward. And I think
I believe you.
great because you've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I have it.
Give me this.
I think I saw the first 5 minutes once.
Well, yeah, teachers always show the beginning in class to show how
true.
brutal Normandy was, and like.
You weren't there, so you don't know. Sick.
Nice shot.
And I think he's very emotive in it. You feel like you go along for the ride with him of him leading all these people to it seems like some kind of stupid mission because it probably wouldn't happen in real life, but that's okay.
That's fine. There are a lot of people died in that war. Who cares?
Normandy.
Good
war.
All right.
What's your favorite war?
Comment below what your favorite was.
All of them.
Alright, well that was the Movie Morons EP2.
We're doing.
Alright, well that was
Nothing happened.
You just gonna make Ryan's job.
We're done. Bye.